Hey everybody, it's Teresa here
Hi, I'm Lauren.
with Our Canadian Experience. So we've had a couple videos leading us to creating a dream, and it occurred to me that I'd like to back it up just a bit and talk about, for us, what had to take place in order for us to really be able to step into our dream and take our head off and put it on the shelf and come from the body like I spoke about in the last video. And so a number of years ago, I was driving around and going from appointment to appointment, and one of my appointments canceled. And suddenly, I was gifted with 2 hours of free time. However, at the time, I didn't really think it was much of a gift. In fact, I was freaked out because I didn't know what to do. It was like a huge realization for me that I didn't know what I like to do, and I didn't know how to have fun anymore. And so that was huge. I did end up at a Starbucks and had a load of books on my counter because it was in a chapters, and did quite enjoy myself. But it started me on kind of a little bit of a seeking to see where did I lose myself, that fun, spontaneous person that I once was, and how do we lose our dreams? And so Lauren and I were having a talk, and he's kind of sitting here kind of uptight because it's not a topic that he's really jazzed about, but it's truth, and I want to share the truth. So what I found is that where the dream went to for me was it was somehow under the stack of all the have-tos. The have-tos were created from procrastination, from activities that I had, like things that I'd volunteered for, things that I'd committed to that I didn't really want to do anymore. Perhaps at the beginning I was jazzed about them, and there might have been a time, I hope, when I committed to these things that I really wanted to do them. But somewhere along the line, after months or years, things just became mundane and monotonous, and I was kind of going in circles, doing the things that I needed to do, and around and around and around. Not any time for me, not any time for my goals and my dreams and my want-tos, because pretty soon everything was so full that I actually ended up creating a world where I was any of my dreams that would come up for me, I actually would kind of busy myself because I was actually afraid of them as they came up. So
For me, I was a bit of a workaholic, so I would work all day at the shop and sometimes work there late too, and come home and renovate and be working there, or renovating somewhere for the weekend. So I seem to be always working and missing out on doing those other things that I love to do. So yeah, that's the workaholic in me, so that's where I was at.
And so both of us really busy doing things that we didn't want to do, procrastinating because there were so many things that we didn't want to do that we would put off until my little word that I use, the have-tos, dictated our life. And so try to put a dream in that. Well, dream on. So my suggestion is feel into your body. This is where I finally went to. Is I actually was depressed, seriously depressed for a year, and at the end of that, I think that the body actually forces us to do self-care. And at the end of that, I realized that what I needed to do is really check into these things that I was doing that really didn't serve me. They really were no longer my truth. And there was no more, I couldn't deny them anymore. And so slowly I started really feeling into my body, feeling into what served me. And if I got a bellyache, as I was thinking about something that I had to do, I had to really look at it and say, is this something that I really want to do? Why, if I want to do it, I should be jumping in, I should be excited, I should want to do it. And no hesitation. And so the things I was hesitating on, if I got a bellyache, I started to decommit from those kind of things. And slowly it took me about 5 years to actually decommit from all of the things that didn't serve me. and it left me little by little more and more time to create a space for what I wanted to come into my life, and eventually that brought us to a place of being able to create a really, really big dream, and leave our, our old life completely, because in fact I'm really grateful that my dream, or sorry, my realization of all the things didn't come at once, because I think I would have went crazy, because we kind of left our entire life. But sometimes you realize that you just need to start at ground zero and start over again, and that's what we did, and that's what we're doing, and we're having
recreate.
a great time with it, recreating ourselves, and I just I would love to hear some ways that things are holding you back, and I think that it's the first step in being able to step into the dream, and as I said yesterday, cut off your head and put it on a shelf and come from this place here and being able to dream. I think that that's also where we need to come from when we're eliminating the things that no longer serve us, because there's this thing right here that it's so filled with the things that, what are people going to say, what will people think, deep, very, very deep rooting in tradition, in the way that our customs in our family have been, and fears. And so if you come from here, then we can't eliminate those things that don't serve us, and we can't create a dream. So I think that's it for today.
Dream on.
Dream on, and share your dreams, and we'd love to hear them. And I know Lauren said to me just before we started this, well, people can't just give up their their family commitments and their job commitments. And I said no, but we can start with the one or two little commitments that are not serving us, that we can decommit from, and start there. And eventually, you know what? We did give up all of those things.
Yep.
And ultimately it's a choice, and that's the world we live in. So join our world.